Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Dom Santina here with you on the call for the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals, presented by School of Sim Racing and Personal Evolution Company. They're getting ready to go with qualifying. Right now, there's about 35 cars in the server. While they do that, we're going to send it on down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies. When we come back, we will have Heat 1 of the Spring Nationals underway. So we'll send it on down to the track and be back in just a minute.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network, the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals here at Cedar Lake, getting ready to go with heat race number 1. They're starting to grid out on the racetrack, so we will give you the starting lineup here. Starting on the front row will be the 9 of Tylen Pratt. Starting second will be the 73 of Charlie Vestal. Row number 2, starting third, the 58 of Cale Highbuilt. Starting fourth, the 7 of Zach Janes. Row number 3, starting 5th for Team SSR, School of Sim Racing from Marysville, California, the 35 of Thomas Brandon. Starting 6th for SSR Elite from Indianapolis, Indiana, the 13 of Michael Berthay. And rounding out the field on row number 4, starting in the 11th position from Grand Blanc, Michigan, the 15 of Alex Clute. Getting ready to go. Lights out on the pace truck, so we're about to go green here in a minute. Green flag in the air. We are off. And away we go with heat race number 1. Got a car backwards already. Is that going to bring out a caution? Guess not. We'll stay up front with your race leader. And that is Tylen Pratt out front, leading them around here to complete another lap. Sitting in the second spot is Cale Highbuilt. Zach Janes in the third spot. Actually, now here comes Thomas Brandon into the third spot. and Jack Janes doing battle third and fourth. Let's go take a look at these two. Go up top and watch the press box as well. Here's your battle right here. Top 3 advancing to the feature. Oh, contact there as Janes and Highbuilt get together. Janes goes around. We're going to stay green flag racing though as we've made it to the halfway point here of heat race number 1. Tylen Pratt out front in that 9 car holding off. Thomas Brandon in the 2nd position. Cale Highbuilt now into the 3rd spot. Michael Berthay breathing down his neck. Here comes Berthay down the back stretch. He's going to make a slide job. And he'll claim that 3rd spot now. Alex Clute in the 5th spot. Picked up a couple spots with Janes and Vestal. Actually, Vestal never even made the call. He is 6 laps down as we now have 3 to go here in heat race number 1. The lead over 2nd place is about just shy of 5 seconds for Tylen Pratt as he comes around to get the 2 to go sign here on lap number 9. Thomas Brandon in the 2nd spot. Here comes Michael Berthay making a charge through the pack. He looked to the inside there in 3 and 4 as the white flag comes out. Trying to pick up another transfer position. 1 spot higher. He's going to dive it onto the inside. Don't think he's going to get it. Cale Highbuilt takes a run, but it's going to be Tylen Pratt picking up heat race number 1, taking the win. Thomas Brandon in 2nd, Michael Berthay 3rd, Cale Highbuilt 4th, Alex Clute 5th, Zach Janes 6th, Chris Vestal in 7th. It's going to set up heat race number 2, getting ready to grid out here on the racetrack. Wait for them to come in. Here's going to be the starting lineup for heat race number 2. Once again, taking 3 more to the feature, starting in the 1st spot. The 64 of Timothy Alton, starting 2nd. The 28 of Chris Marcantonio. Row number 2, starting 3rd. The 34 of Angel Ortega, starting 4th. For the U.S. Navy and Brazen Firearms from Quad City, Illinois. The 65 of Jordan Eder. Row number 3, starting 5th for Vanderpool Racing, Skills VR and Jax Wax, along with Nos from Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. That's the 75 of Austin Stern. Starting 6th for Over the Wall Photography from Milford, Ohio. That's the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. And rounding out the field on the back row in row number 4, in the 98 car, starting in the 7th position, is the 98 of Todd Hutton. Getting ready to go once again. Chris, thanks for checking in, rooting on Tommy. Green flag back in the air once again. Here we go. And it's Timothy Alton out to the race lead in 2nd. Angel Ortega back here in the 3rd spot, holding down the final transfer position right now. Now Chris Marcantonio trying to fight for it. Good battle back here, holding them all up. That's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Maybe even the 6th spot in there as Ortega's going to get the bad end of the deal. Jordan Eder's going to slide down the bottom, pick up that 2nd position. Here comes, that was Jeffrey Stewart. Here comes Eder back. He's going to take over the 2nd spot. Eder and Stewart going to do battle now for 2nd and 3rd. In the 4th spot is Chris Marcantonio watching on from behind, but meanwhile they're just letting Timothy Alton run away as the lead is now 1.7 seconds between 1st and 2nd with 5 laps left to go, just past the halfway point. Things settling down a little bit here now that we've hit the middle part. Oh, around it goes Austin Stern. I think he's going to take a shot later, too. That's going to put Mark Antonio into the 4th spot. Eder now solely running in the 3rd spot. Stewart in the 2nd spot. And your race leader remains the 64 of Timothy Alton. Here he is, coming to get the 2 to go here in heat race number 2. Dylan, these guys are rolling around here pretty well. The National Auto Racing Club and School of Sim Racing don't like to really throw cautions during the heat races. So that's why we're just continuing to roll. Timothy Alton down the backstretch one more time, coming back around to the finish line, and there it is. He will pick up heat race number 2. Jeffrey Stewart, Jordan Eder go into the feature. Mark Antonio, Stern, Hutton, and Ortega going to go to the LCQs. We'll get ready for heat race number 3. Dylan, thanks for checking in as well. Blake Brown, Rootin' Out Janes, thanks for checking in on the chat. If you are watching, you want to root somebody on or tell us who you're rooting for or where you're watching from or anything else you feel is necessary, we'll give you a shout out. Just message in one of the 3 chats and we'll try to find it. All right, here we go. Heat race number 3 is lined up on the racetrack. We'll give you the starting lineup. Starting on the pole will be the 8 of Scott Posey. Starting second will be the 29 of Philip Crossage. Row number 2, starting third for Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Simstyles and BMRS from Pittsboro, Indiana, the 22 of Mason Hannigan. Starting fourth will be the 36 of Terry Queener. Row number 3, starting fifth, will be the 91 of Jareth Pike. Starting 6th, the 33 of Lane Stevens. And rounding out the field on the back row in the 7th position will be the 30 of Waylon Wilson. It's heat race 3 of 5 here for the first night of the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals at Cedar Lake. Here we go, once again, getting ready to go. Scott Posey going to lead us to the green flag, and we are underway. Mason Hannigan takes a shot there. Going to slide back. That'll allow Philip Crossage in the 14 car to take over the 2nd spot. Now Hannigan falling through the pack a little bit as Queener tries to come take that 3rd and final transfer position. Here comes Crossage for the race lead. Little contact. A little bit of a right rear, and down through the field will go Posey. Crossage will take over the lead. Now here comes Hannigan into the 2nd spot, and it's Stevens in the 3rd spot battling with Pike for 3rd and 4th, and down to the infield goes Stevens. It's going to end his shot at having a transfer position here in the heat race. Here comes Mason Hannigan for a slide job on Philip Crossage for the race lead. Crossover move there and got him back to the line. Crossage led lap number 4. This time around, they'll be halfway through heat race number 3. Hannigan going to keep it on the low line this time. At the line, Hannigan by half a car. And it's Jareth Pike in the 3rd spot. Off the wall goes Hannigan. Here comes Crossage to the inside. Now Hannigan slams the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Crossage will lead the lap. Pike is starting to close in now that these two are doing battle as Hannigan draws even, and he'll pull another slider here in the middle of 3 and 4. Crossover move coming, but Hannigan gets the run to hold on to lead the lap. As now we just have 4 to go. Once again, crossover move this time. Hannigan short slider this time, going to block that top line from Crossage as there's about a car and a half the difference between those two as they come across the line. 3 to go. Actually now 2 to go. And the white flag will be in the air this time when Hannigan comes out of the marbles. White flag. 1 lap left to go here in heat race number 3. Crossage in 2nd, Pike staying in 3rd. And into turn 4, Hannigan pulls another couple seconds over Crossage, and he'll take heat race number 3 with the victory. Philip Crossage comes across in 2nd, Jareth Pike in 3rd, Scott Posey 4th, Waylon Wilson in 5th, Lane Stevens 6th, and Terry Queener in 7th. That'll set up heat race number 4, leaving us with 2 heat races left to go. Dylan, yeah, they were way up there, especially Hannigan there on that last heat race. Running very high up in the corners, especially this high, this early on. And you're from Winchester, Virginia. Thanks for checking in. Gonna get ready to go with heat race number 4. They're gonna start to roll, and while they do that, we will give you the starting lineup. On the pole will be the 43 of Joe Howe. Starting second will be the 83 of Garrett Poe. Row number 2, starting third, will be the 77 of Ryan Washhook. Starting fourth for Mid-South Dirt Slingers and Dirt Slingers Wraps from Mustang, Oklahoma will be the 92 of Corey Austin. Row number 3, starting fifth, will be the 14 of Brady King. Starting sixth, the 51 of Robert Boggs. And rounding out the field on the back row, starting in the 7th position for Elbows Up Sim Sports and School of Sim Racing from Troy, Ohio, the 21 of Bruce Klingon. Get ready to go. Once again, 3 more cars getting the direct transfer spots. And we are away. Off we go, and a great start for Joe Howe there as he runs through turns 1 and 2. Ryan Washhook will slide into the 2nd spot. Corey Austin got the final transfer position at the moment as we come around to complete lap number 1. Gets really loose out of turn 1, does Howe. That's going to allow Washhook to draw up even with him, and here he looks to the inside coming out of turn 4 at the line. It'll still be Howe with the advantage. Washhook out to the race lead, and look at through the middle. Here it comes Brady King. He's into the 3rd spot now as we watch them do battle. Oh, over the wall goes Washhook. That's going to end his heat race most likely. He's back to the 7th position now. Everyone will move up a spot. Howe still retains the lead. King in 2nd, and Corey Austin will be in the 3rd spot. Robert Boggs in 4th, Garrett Poe 5th, Bruce Klingon in 6th, and then Washhook in 7th as we will hit the halfway point next time around. Now just 3 laps left to go here in this heat race, and it's Joe Howe out front. He's led from start, now looking to end it, trying to go flag to flag. Just 2 laps left to go. Brady King in 2nd, Corey Austin in 3rd. Howe bounces it off the wall down the backstretch, no damage there. Able to keep it rolling around through 3 and 4. He'll come to see the white flag. 1 lap left to go in heat race number 4. Keep an eye on Corey Austin back here in the 3rd spot because he's got a challenge from Robert Boggs. Boggs on the inside, going to try to pull the slider. Can he make it pay off at the line? Robert Boggs, oh, maybe. Maybe by a nose. We'll wait for iRacing. Yes, he will. Joe Howe will take the win. Brady King will come 2nd, and Robert Boggs will pick up the final transfer position over Corey Austin. How about that finish? It had to be by half a nose wing. It was very close. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go with our 5th and final heat race of the night. Gonna get down here and get ready to watch them roll off the starting lineup. Here they go, and as they do, we'll give you that starting lineup. Starting on the pole for GSR and Germain Sims Racing and Garmin Properties and School of Sim Racing Garmin Sim Racing, GSR, and Garmin Properties from SSR, School of Sim Racing from Jacksonville, Illinois. It's the 18 of Brandon Garmin. Starting 2nd, the 02 of Patrick Cobb. Row 2, starting 3rd for Team SSR, WR Customs and AFD from Warsaw, Indiana, the 513 of Bryce Barris. Starting 4th, the 813 of Dylan Evers. Row number 3, starting 5th, the 06 of Rylan Gray. Starting 6th, the 1 of Kenny Hoffman. And rounding out the field on the back row, Starting in the 7th position, the 31 of Adam Flieger. And away we go. We are off with our final heat race of night 1 of the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals here at Cedar Lake, presented by School of Sim Racing and Personal Evolution Company. And what a race we have here. Bryce Barris into the race lead as we are working on lap number 2. That'll be put down, and lap 3 will be put on the board. Rylan Gray sliding up into the 2nd position. But Brandon Garman trying to hang on. In the 3rd position. Gray versus Barris coming through at the line. Good battle. Into the wall goes Barris. That's going to open the door for Rylan Gray. As we have 4 laps left to go. His timing and scoring finally updated there. Now 3 laps left to go. Look back here at Brandon Garman once again. Just 2 laps left to go. Top 3 seem pretty secure as Rylan Gray comes to take the white flag. Kenny Hoffman's in 4th, Patrick Cobb in 5th, and Dylan Evers in 6th, and Adam Flieger is in 7th. Checkered flag in the air. Rylan Gray going to pick up the 5th and final heat race win. Bryce Barris and Brandon Garman going to transfer to the feature. It's going to set up our C main. We'll take 4 cars from the top 4 cars from the C main, put them in the back of the B main. Low key, Kevin, thanks for checking in as we get ready to go for the C main. We'll give you the starting lineup as well. Starting on the pole for the C main will be Zach Janes. Second will be Todd Hutton. Row number 2 starting 3rd will be Lane Stevens. Starting 4th will be Bruce Klingon. Row number 3 starting 5th, Dylan Evers. Starting 6th, Charles Vestal. Row number 4 starting 7th, Angel Ortega. Starting 8th will be Terry Queener. Rounding out the field, starting 9th will be Ryan Washhook. And starting 10th will be Adam Flieger. 10 laps, top 4 cars moving on. The rest of them gonna have their night come to an end here at Cedar Lake. After this, we'll have a B main, a little bit of a warm-up session, and then our feature, which will be 30 laps. Green flag in the air, away we go with our C main. Go up top, and Zach Jenkins getting a big run off the start. Lane Stevens tucks into 2nd, Bruce Klingon in 3rd, and we'll keep an eye on that 4th spot. Dylan Evers there right now, trying to hold off everyone behind him. He's got Todd Hutton, Ryan Washhook, and Angel Ortega right behind him, and he blinks off the screen for a second, but here he comes back. On lap number 5 now. complete the halfway point here of the C main. Now, as we have crossed it, Zach Janes still out front. Ryan Washhook now in that 4 spot. We just saw that pass. Out by 7/10 of a second is Janes over Stevens. Then it's Klingon in 3rd, and we'll jump back here once again to this battle for 4th. Washhook drawn up on Klingon now with 3 to go. Two to go now as these two make their way around. Hanging right back, there's Dylan Evers in the 5th spot, looking to take advantage. Lane Stevens has the white flag out. And he's looking to take a direct transfer spot as he's got around Zach Janes here. Lane Stevens will steal the win after Zach Janes led most of that C main. Bruce Klingon will come across in 3rd, and Ryan Washhook will take the final transfer spot. Dylan Evers, Todd Hutton, and Flieger, Terry Queener, Angel Ortega, and Charles Vestal will have their nights come to an end. We'll get ready to go with our B main. They're getting ready to grid out here for our B main. There they are right there. Here's going to be your starting lineup for the B main. Gail Heibel will be on the pole with Chris Marcantonio starting 2nd. Row number 2 starting 3rd will be Scott Posey. Starting 4th, Corey Austin. Row number 3 starting 5th, Kenny Hoffman. Starting 6th, Alex Clute. Row number 4 starting 7th, Austin Stearns. Starting 8th, Waylon Wilson. Row number 5 starting 9th, Garrett Poe. Starting 10th, Patrick Cobb. Row number 6 starting 11th, Lane Stevens. Starting 12th, Zach Janes. And rounding out the field, starting 13th, Bruce Klingon, and 14th, Ryan Washhook. It's going to get us ready to go here for the B main. I do believe we'll be taking about 5 cars to the feature. We had 15 through our heat races. 5 would give us a 20 car field. I'm going to say that's what we're going with. Unless it's going to be a 24 car field, which means we'd be looking around position number 9, but I'm going to stick with position number 5, and if we end up picking up a couple more guys, then so be it. But looking at the top 5 here for this one. 12 laps. Get ready to go once again. And we are off once again here with our B main. It's Cale Heibel out to the race lead. Looked like Cale Heibel lost all momentum there. Coming through. Got a car sitting on the infield. I think that is Lane Stevens. Did not make it out here for this one. Corey Austin in the 2nd spot. Chris Marcantonio in the 3rd spot. And look at, here comes Corey Austin. We got a pile up in 3 and 4. That's going to take quite a few cars out. We'll see if we can get clear before we come back through. Looks like we're going to stay green. So it's Cale Heibel out front, Corey Austin 2nd, Chris Marcantonio in 3rd. Didn't affect any of those 3. Then it's Waylon Wilson in 4th and Zach Janes, your 2nd place finisher of the C main, up here in a transfer spot now in the 5th position. We will complete the halfway point here in this B main when Corey Austin, who has took over the race lead from Cale Highbelt, comes through. We saw how much speed Austin had, and he just blew right by Cale Highbelt. Here's third, fourth, and fifth. This is Mark Antonio, James, and Wilson. These are your final three transfer positions. Now as we have 3 laps left to go in this B main. Corey Austin out front and pulling away by almost 2 seconds. With 2 laps left to go, he'll come and see the white flag here. Highbelt still in the second spot. James Mark Antonio back to the 4th spot now as James has got around him. Waylon Wilson in the 5th spot, holding on. Coming to the finish line, Corey Austin will take the B main win. Zach James in second, Cale Highbelt, third. Cale Highbelt in third, Chris Mark Antonio in fourth, and Waylon Wilson in fifth. And it will be Scott Posey, Kenny Hoffman, Garrett Poe, Bruce Klingen, Alex Clute, Austin Stern, Lane Stevens, Patrick Cobb, and Ryan Washhook. Rounding it out there. That's going to send us to a warm-up session, and while we do that, we're going to go take and thank a few of our sponsors. When we come back, we will have your feature on the racetrack ready to go for night 1 of the NARC Spring Nationals here at Cedar Lake. Hello everybody, welcome back to Cedar Lake for the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals presented by School of Sim Racing and Personal Evolution Company. What if I could tell you that you can take your dirt sim racing to the next level by joining the best sim racing community online today. At the School of Sim Racing, you can learn to drive and set up your car like a pro. With a ton of free trainings and free setups for sprint cars, late models, midgets, and more. It's the perfect place to get your dirt sim racing on the right track. Visit schoolofsimracing.net to learn more today. Got to hit the promo there for our sponsor, School of Sim Racing, who's backing this series and the National Auto Racing Club, one of the presenting partners here for this Spring Nationals. We get ready to go for the feature. 30 laps, and I believe cautions will be in full effect here for this one. So we get ready to go. We breeze through without the caution flag being waved through all heat races and consolation races. We'll see how long we can make it in the feature without that being the case. I guess we're going to probably have a couple here in this one. Let's start with the starting lineup here for your feature. Starting on the pole will be Tylen Pratt. Starting second will be Timothy Alton. Row number 2, starting third, Mason Hannigan. Starting fourth, Joe Howe. Row number 3, starting 5th, Rylan Gray. Starting 6th, Thomas Brandon. Row number 4, starting 7th, Jeffrey Stewart. Starting 8th, Philip Crossage. Row number 5, starting 9th, Brady King. Starting 10th, Bryce Barris. Row number 6, starting 11th, Michael Birthday. Starting 12th, Jordan Eder. Row number 7, starting 13th, Jareth Pike. Starting 14th, Robert Boggs. Row number 8, starting 15th, Brandon Garman. Starting 16th, Corey Austin. Row number 9, starting 17th, is Zach Janes. Starting 18th, Cale Heibelt. And rounding out the field, starting 19th, Chris Marcantonio. And starting 20th, Waylon Wilson. So once again, just taking 5 cars there from the B main to the A main. Gives us a 20-car field. Top 5 from each of our heat races. Here we go. Looks like we are getting ready to go green. We are underway as they go diving off into turn 1 and 2. Kylan Pratt out to the race lead. Here comes Mason Hannigan, left rear there from Pratt. Did not see who he caught with that move. And we'll go back and watch it from the start. Mason Hannigan's going to jump out to your race lead. He started in the 3rd position. See Pratt blinks off the screen for a minute. Hannigan works to the inside, while Alton looks to the outside. Here comes Hannigan through. And Stewart, I think, might have took that one. Kind of Bryce Barris there, a little slow for a minute. There it goes down pit road, Jareth Pike. Not quite sure what he's going down pit road for, and there comes another car with him as well as actually. No. Don't know what that was all about. A few cars leaving. Coming back on, looks like they got a pit stop. Tommy Brandon down pit road. So we go back green. Sorry about that. Was caught in the replay. Green flag back out. Tyler Pratt with the race lead. Timothy Alton in 2nd. And here comes Mason Hannigan once again. Pratt going to ride the fence here in 3 and 4. He's going to lose a massive amount of positions. Mason Hannigan still out front. We're going to stay green. Pratt is going to fall. No, that's going to bring out a caution. So he fell back to the 17th position. He's on pit road now. We're going to watch it. We're going to see if anything else happens after he hits the wall here. Rides it in 3 and 4. And when he comes off, does he connect with somebody? Yes, he does. He gets Michael Birthday, and Birthday goes for a ride. That'll put Mason Hannigan out front. Timothy Alton in 2nd. Rylan Gray in 3rd. Jeffrey Stewart in the 4th position. Get ready to go green once again. Mason Hannigan going to lead us to the green flag this time. Joe Howe was the one that got some contact with Pratt the first time they got turned. He's sitting in the 5th spot. Hannigan out to the race lead. Rylan Gray in 2nd. Here's a battle for the podium. Timothy Alton, Jeffrey Stewart in 3rd and 4th. Alton trying to hold off Stewart for the time being. Looks like Stewart's got the advantage. He will pull in on the wall. Looks like Corey Austin got into the wall. That's who was there. But look at, look at behind these two. Joe Howe, Philip Crossage, and Jordan Etter doing battle. Crossage just pushed his way through, and he's going after Joe Howe now for the 5th spot. He will move up. Now here comes a crossover move by Howe. Cale Highbelt back there in what would be the 6th position. Howe doing all he can to hold off Crossage right now. I think he might be slowing everybody else up because here comes Highbelt through. Etter coming through. Meanwhile, Hannigan remains your leader, out by 1.1 seconds over Rylan Gray. And then it is a massive gap from Rylan Gray back to Jeffrey Stewart. It's almost 5 seconds between 2nd and 3rd. Rylan Gray is coming for Mason Hannigan. It is inside 9/10 of a second now. 2 seconds cut off for Rylan Gray that lap. Let's see what he can do this lap. Down to 7/10. It'll jump back up over 9/10, but it's inside 8/10 now. At the line, back to 9.3. So Hannigan doing what he needs to. We'll see, and now it might be steadying a little bit, but here we come into lap traffic. Tommy Brandon on the bottom line. He's going to be the first lap car that they got to navigate. To the high side, look at the pile up in front of him. Robert Boggs is the next one in line, but they are going both lines up in front of that. This is where it's going to become tricky for Mason Hannigan. So we are coming to complete the halfway point here of the feature. Can Hannigan navigate this? He's going to split them, make them 3 wide in turn 1 and 2. Can he come out of it though? He is battling deep in the pack right now. Cut to the inside, going to get some contact, and around he goes. Will that bring out the caution? And yes, it will. Hannigan, we said he was having trouble trying to push it to get through there. He's going to come re-enter the racetrack, but trying to see who he was lapping there. When the caution come out, he was around Waylon Wilson. Wilson was on the inside. I think that's who he comes down and gets connected with. Yes, he does. Wilson goes for a ride as well. After that wasn't. After getting together with Jareth Pike. So, no, that's not Jareth Pike. Brady King? Brady King. Hannigan got together with Brady King, clipped that left rear, went down, got into Waylon Wilson, and then those two brought out the caution. We're going to jump back live. We'll see Jeffrey Stewart now going to take over the race lead. 3rd different leader here. I'll let a couple cars go and get back on the lead lap. Right now we currently have, well, these 3 will come back on the lead lap. That will be Waylon Wilson, Robert Boggs, and Brady King. Thomas Brandon 2 laps down, Joe Howe 5 laps down, Corey Austin now 9 laps down, Tylen Pratt 12 laps down, and Michael Berthick 14 laps down. There are 14 cars running on the lead lap at the moment. Jeffrey Stewart is your race leader. Cale Highbelt now into the 2nd position. Jordan Etter in the 3rd position, trying to hold off everyone behind him, and that is Philip Crossage and Zach James giving them a run. They're battling for 4th and 5th. As we come around to complete lap number 18, put lap number 19 on the board. Jordan Etter feeling the pressure from both sides. Here comes Timothy Alton into the battle as well. He's going to have 3 cars breathing down his neck, but Philip Crossage is going to get the run down the front stretch, pull up next to Etter, and he's going to have the run down the back stretch, this time coming to the flag. He might have that 3rd position away from Jordan Etter, and he will. Here comes Mason Hannigan on the charge again. Hannigan going around everybody. Look at that one car go. He's up to the 4th position. Now slides to the inside of Crossage for the 3rd position. Kenji run down Stewart and Highbelt. Kale Highbelt now out in the race lead. Oh, crosses, gets turns. I think he saved it though. And he'll tuck into the 4th spot. He got together with Zach James. We're going to watch Mason Hannigan. He seemed way faster than everyone else there except about Ryland Gray. Ryland Gray back in the 10th position now. So we are inside 10 to go. Hannigan up to the 2nd spot, chasing down Cale Highbelt, and on the backstretch, I think he's going to get him. Around goes Hannigan, around Highbelt. He will come to the line. He will have 6 to go. This time he's got Cale Highbelt in his sights. Down the backstretch he goes. Coming back to the line. 5 to go this time for now your race leader, Mason Hannigan. Cale Highbelt in 2nd, Zach James in 3rd. This time, 3 laps left to go. For your race leader, Mason Hannigan, he heads into turns 3 and 4. Looks like he will have Michael Berthay in front of him, who's back out on the racetrack. But with 2 to go, not going to have to worry about heavy lap traffic. Cale Highbelt into the 3rd spot now, and here comes Ryland Gray on the charge again. He's up to the 4th spot. Now back to the 5th spot. Him and Jeffrey Stewart have stalled out their momentum. White flag in the air. 1 lap left to go. Mason Hannigan on the charge. Looking to go around Michael Berthay, I believe it is. Or maybe Chris Marcantonio. And it's going to be Mason Hannigan picking up the win here in night number 1 of the NARC Spring Nationals. Coming across in 2nd will be Zach James. Cale Highbelt will come across in 3rd. Ryland Gray will come across 4th. Jeffrey Stewart in 5th. Jeffrey Stewart in 4th, Ryland Gray in 5th. Bryce Barr 6th, Philip Crossage 7th, Timothy Alton 8th, Jareth Pike in 9th, and Jordan Netter will round out your top 10. Get these 3 stopped here on the front stretch, get them parked, and then bring them on up here for an interview. All right, good enough. Go down there and see if we can grab a good enough camera view to get all 3 of these here. Show these cars off for this one. Got quite a few camera views to switch through here to try to get a good one, and don't know if any of them are really going to give us what we want. All right, one last one, and we'll just keep it where we need to, here in the press box. And that's how we will do it. We will now bring in your 3rd place finisher here tonight, Cale Highbelt. Bring him up in the booth. Probably waiting on me already. There they are. Cale, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm there, buddy.
All right, man. Head to battle for that one tonight. What did you see during the feature, and how did you get yourself up here on the podium?
So we had a 2-hour practice session last night, and we were trying all different kind of combinations with bars and shocks and gear ratios and that sort of thing. And I stumbled onto something last night that felt great when the track was completely blown off, and that's the set I ran tonight. And yeah, I made it tough on myself early on in the race. I started, I think, 18th or 19th in the feature, had a little trouble in the B main, and made it hard on myself, but yeah, it felt good in the feature.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, I remember you coming through the B main. Got to be definitely one of the biggest movers here in the race.
Yes, sir.
How was the racetrack overall? Was there multiple lines? Seemed like it was pretty good up here in the booth.
Yeah, I think Mason and Zach were running the top, obviously, to pass me, but I was kind of running middle to bottom, and yeah, I don't have the skill level those guys do, so I just kind of ran around the middle, ran my race, half to three-quarter throttle most of the way, and yeah, just tried to keep it stable and down the middle.
Who helped you get up here on the podium tonight?
All the Team SSR guys and the Team SSR Elite guys. Like I said, that practice session last night helped a ton. The three guys I've been running with most, Jeremy Weigel, Bryce Barris, and Jordan Etter, kind of the four of us run together a lot. So, thank those guys for the practice sessions and the hours of putting in the time. So,
Anybody else you want to thank before we let you go?
Tommy and Bruce and the rest of the admins for putting this on. I'm happy to be a part of the SSR and a member of Team SSR. And yeah, that's it, man.
All right. It's your third place finisher here tonight, Kale Heibilt. We'll get your second place finisher up here in the booth with us, Zach Janes. Zach, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Looks like the top three all had to kind of make their way through the field to get up here and get on the podium tonight. What did you see from your vantage point, and how did you get your car up here in the second place spot?
Yeah, man. I just had a couple lucky breaks there in the early stage of the race. Got some wrecks to happen and got fortunate enough to get here in second.
Mason kind of made his charge back there through the pack and got around you there late in the race. What do you think you would have needed to kind of hold him off and take the win tonight?
Yeah, it's real hard to hold him off. He's one of the best on here. He was fast tonight.
And who would you like to thank for helping you get up on the podium tonight?
I like to thank Ty Brandon over at SSR, Personal Evolution Company, School of Sim Racing, 5-6 Graphics, King Clothing, Personal Evolution Company, and just all the people at SSR.
All right, that's your second place finisher here tonight, Zach Janes, and we will get your race winner up here in the booth with us, Mason Hannigan. Mason, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Definitely didn't make it the easiest on yourself here tonight. Got involved with the lap car there. Kind of talk us through what happened there as you were dealing with lap traffic.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got up to like really deep lap traffic, really like 3 wide, and got through it, and then came off of 4, and he hit the wall, and then I was just trying to go through the middle of him, and he shot down and shot me down into another guy, and we went to the back, and then came back to the front.
Yeah, you definitely made your way through the pack very quickly. All of a sudden, I look up and you're back in competing for a podium. Blew your way through the field. What line did you find, or what made you so fast to get back through the field so quickly?
Yeah, just just the top, and no one was really running it, and no one was taking advantage of it. So you just find the line where people aren't, and just go rip it, and hopefully you go forward.
Car seemed pretty dominant here tonight. What setup did you find, or something special in the car that made it so fast tonight?
Yeah, I just went back to some notes and just did the same thing, and it worked out pretty good.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get up here on the top step of the podium tonight?
Black Diamond Motorsports, and all them guys that support them, and can't thank Tommy for putting on this race, and can't thank you guys for broadcasting it.
All right, it's your race winner tonight, Mason Hannigan. We will give you the final results and wrap it up here for night number 1 of the National Auto Racing Club Spring Nationals. Here's how it all went down. As we said, the top 3, talked to each one of them. Mason Hannigan, your winner. Zach Janes in second, and Cale Heibilt in third. Jeffrey Stewart in fourth. Rylan Gray fifth. Bryce Barr sixth. Philip Crossich in seventh. Eighth, Timothy Alton ninth. Jareth Pike 10th. Jordan Etter 11th. Robert Boggs 12th. Brandon Garman 13th. Waylon Wilson 14th. Chris Marcantonio. Brady King in 15th. Thomas Braden 16th. Joe Howe 17th. Corey Austin 18th. 19th, Tylen Pratt, and 20th, Michael Berthay. It's going to wrap it up here for night 1 at the NARC Spring Nationals presented by School of Sim Racing and Personal Evolution Company. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching along with us. Thanks to all the guys for coming out here and racing. Roger will be on the air tomorrow night for night number 2. It's going to wrap it up here from Cedar Lake. Thanks to everyone that helped sponsors the National Auto Racing Club, especially School Sim Racing, and Personal Evolution Company. Thanks to all of our sponsors here at the Dirt Racing Network. For Roger Wagner, I am Dom Santina. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to keep it dirty, and we will see you tomorrow.